The day began quietly, with the kind of soft morning air that makes everything feel unhurried. I had just returned from a week of federal training at Quantico, still wearing the same jacket I used while teaching new agents how to stay calm under pressure. I stepped out of my truck, ready to enjoy a peaceful morning, when 3 HOA golf carts turned onto my street, driving in a tight formation as if they were responding to some emergency. Each cart had small lights strapped to the roof, and the people inside wore matching sunglasses, stiff vests, and shiny plastic badges that looked new. They pulled up in front of my driveway as if they were blocking a crime scene. Their leader jumped out first, pointed at me with exaggerated authority, and ordered me to step away from my own vehicle. He claimed I was violating an HOA rule about parking, though he couldn't tell me when that rule was created or where it was written. I didn't move. I simply watched as they tried to imitate procedures they had only seen on television. One attempted to block my path, another acted like he was ready to take notes, and the third started reading from a printed sheet that looked more like a school assignment than any official document. They told me they were detaining me for an internal investigation, and although they tried to keep their tone firm, the uncertainty slipped through every word. I asked them calmly what authority they believed they had. The leader tapped his badge with confidence he didn't possess and told me they enforce all laws within the neighborhood. I let the statement sit for a moment before slowly reaching into my jacket. All three took a step back, expecting confrontation. Instead, I pulled out my federal credentials and opened them just enough for the golden seal to catch the morning light. The reaction was instant. Their postures changed, their voices faded, and the entire performance collapsed. One whispered that my ID looked real. Another lowered his clipboard and stopped pretending he had anything to record. I told them, clearly and without raising my voice, that I trained federal agents, and that impersonating law and force meant even within an HOA, and result in serious consequences. The leader tried to justify the situation, then tried to apologize, but his confidence had already disappeared. They backed away slowly, no longer acting like officials, almost tripping as they returned to their golf carts. A few minutes later, the HOA president hurried over, breathless, insisting the whole thing was a misunderstanding and begging me to overlook it. But the truth was simple. Their security team tried to intimidate someone they assumed was an ordinary resident. They expected compliance. Instead, they met someone who works with real authority every day. I didn't argue, and I didn't threaten them. I simply documented the incident, the same way I handle any impersonation case. And now the entire neighborhood understands that if someone decides to act like an officer, they may end up facing someone who trains them.